Hello, and welcome back to the madness. It is Monday. Yeah, so I was very happy with my picks yesterday from my Flosstube, and okay, my brain is just like not paying attention. So Friday, what did I work on Friday? Oh yeah, I'm a little proud of myself, and I had to say thank you to Danielle because Danielle helped me. I stitched on Have Yourself a Little Stitchy Christmas. I got the one side done, and I used her ideal where you put, for the single snowflakes, it's just 1X. I used beads, which it looks amazing. And then
in 1/4 mile,
on the trees,
right on Edsel Ford Freeway East,
I put
then take the ramp on the left.
different color beads for what are they called? Bulbs, couldn't think. Or if you're in England, they're called bubbles. I think so. Whatever. Bubbles, right? Bobbles. Oh my God! I was just listening to Harry Party last night, and they were talking about it too. It's the ornaments.
Right at the traffic light. Then take the ramp on the left.
I keep calling them bulbs. We always call them ornaments. Why am I calling them bulbs? I don't know. Anyways, and then she helped me figure out how to backstitch, and I actually backstitched my own project Friday night, and then last night I finished the other side, and I have a finish. Super excited. So yeah, Friday night I worked on that. Saturday I worked on it. Oh my God, stop yawning. Then Saturday I was supposed to finish it. Here's what happened. I was really supposed to finish it on Saturday, but okay, we gotta get up next to us. I really wanted to get Turtle Quaker in a good spot. I wanted to finish the turtle, and then I wanted to finish the border at the top. So, because I will never again give myself a 1-inch border. That's ridiculous. I don't know how you guys can stitch in hand. My hand was cramping so bad. It was awful. And now today I feel like my arthritis is like acting up. I just can't. I gotta have my fabric very tight, and holding it in hand, you can't get it tight. Whatever. I tried pinching it, like pinching, pulling. It's hard to explain, but I got that done, and then I'm going to 11 Mile Road. Then I think that was 500 stitches that I did on that. I don't remember now. Oh, stop yawning, Becky. I think it was 500 and 500. Or 500 and 400. That might have been it. I did 400 stitches on... No, it was 500 and 500. Because now I can see my pictures in my head. And I write on my pictures because of my games. And I remember seeing a 5 and a 5. Okay. So, even though Saturday night I only had 100 stitches, and then... Oh my God, I'm so sorry, guys. a little bit of back stitching. I couldn't push through, and I was tired. And I knew I didn't want to tackle that back stitching when I was tired. So I was like, okay, I'll just get up early in the morning and finish it before my floss tube. Well, I did get up, oh gosh, early in the morning. But I said, yeah, I'm not getting out of bed or out of my chair. I was so comfy in my chair. So I put on, so I've been reading, Thrones of Glass, and I finished that, and then I think it was Friday, yeah, it had been Friday night. I was talking to, the girls, and Shailene was saying about how she was reading. She did some reading this week. And I'm like, oh, I just finished Thrones of Glass. And she's like, oh, did you... No, I can't remember the name of it. Assassins... something. And I was like, no, but I plan on reading that. She goes, I was told that you need to read that first. And I was like, oh, okay. So I went on... where are we? Okay, 10 Mile. I went on Goodreads a couple of days before we had this conversation, and I saw that they were 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, 0.5, and then in one book they had all the points to make a book of short stories, and it was called the Assassin's something. And so I'm like, okay, I'll read that. So I started that Saturday. When John and Becca were at work, I was on Zoom and on mute. And when no one was talking, I was listening to the book. So then it wants me to go this way. So then when Sunday came, I only had 0.4 and 0.5 to listen to. They have names, but I don't remember what they were.
Turn right at the traffic light.
So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to sit here and play some games and just chill. I was so cozy. So I spent 3 hours in my chair. Which I needed it. It was nice and quiet. And then John called and he's like, I'm done for the day. I'm coming home. What did you make me for dinner? I'm like, I don't know who you're talking, or he said breakfast or lunch. I'm like, I don't know who you're talking to because I ain't making crap. This is not how that happens, mister. I said, there's stuff to make sandwiches and all kinds of stuff in there. Just pick something to make it. So he made himself some sausages. And he just sat there and ate sausage links.
Arriving at 27830 Grant on the right.
It looks like she's in the basement doing laundry. Okay, I'll be right back. Yeah, so...
Turn right on Hazelwood Street, then take the first
Oh, you want me to go that way? Okay. I think I really just want to go...
Turn right on Hazelwood Street, then take the first right.
No, I'm going to take Martin Road. Thank you, though. So now she's going to bitch. And bitch. Say, recalculating. Okay, dude, go. Yeah, so I got up and I took a shower and I was getting dressed and ready to do my floss tube, and I was like, oh my god, it's 1 o'clock. So I ran to Zoom because 1 o'clock my time is planner Zoom, and I didn't go last week and my planner looked like crap. And I'm like, I'm not missing this one. Which, no, I don't have to be there to do my planner. It's just nice to do planners together. And then, you know, you show off what you did. And
Martin Road.
I could have at any time last week and just did my planner, but I didn't. And it looked like crap. So, got my planner all done. And then I was figuring out all my figures, and I'm like, okay, guys, I'm getting it off here. I'm going to go make the Flosstube. Made the Flosstube, and I was like so proud. I'm like, Johnny, I did it in one clip, so I can just upload right to YouTube.
Turn left on Kaufman Street.
No. Becky has to remember, don't do it that way. Because they put it in HD, blah, blah, blah. And it takes forever for the video to load.
Turn left on Kaufman Street.
So I was waiting for that to load. Me and John started watching the US Traders. We were on episode 4. We only got to watch, I think,
right on
2
Hazelwood Street, then take the first
and a half. And I was like, I really just want to go back on with the girls. I said, if it, you know, gets quiet, then we can watch and we can mute, you know? I can mute myself on Zoom and we can watch, and then when they start talking, which he's perfectly fine with that. That doesn't make him upset at all. He's like, okay, well, while you're doing that, I'm just going to go in the back room for a while. And usually when he says that, it's usually like an hour, hour and a half. Oh no, he was back. I went to bed and he was still back there.
Then take the first left.
So tonight we are going to catch up on Traders. I think we have 2 episodes left. Or, well, it's probably 1.5, really.
Turn left on Waldorf Street.
Yeah. But I made a decision. I hate when they do that. Why would you let your little
Arriving
Yorkie
at 27310
be
Waldorf
out in the
on
front
left.
yard? Okay, I'm just gonna pause here and finish because my delivery is right there and I don't want to start and stop again. So, what I decided was that I would do my Flosstube because I didn't get the finish and I wanted this finished. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to do my Flosstube and I'm going to tell them that I'm keeping out Have Yourself a Stitchy Little Christmas, and I'm keeping out Fisher Gnome because I really want to finish the hat. And that all I have to do, it's just what do you say? I just had to fill in. I already did the outline of the hat, and I know when I'm watching Traders, there's going to be a time where I just want to do that, you know? So, but I was very happy with what I pulled. I was very shocked when I was doing my numbers too. The week before, that wasn't Valentine's Day, I only did like 2,000 something. And Valentine's week, I did 3,000. It was like, what? This is not math right. But yeah, I don't know what I'm working on tonight, but I'm going to pick something and just, I think I'm going to work on the fishing gnome. So, get that done because we're going to watch Traders. So, I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys. Hello, it is Tuesday. Oh my goodness. It's already been a morning. I got a headache too, so that probably doesn't help either. So I did lots of stitching last night. I worked on Tonight We Ride. I couldn't remember the name. All I can see is the orange fabric with a big witch. Oh, and when I was doing my Flosstube, I told you it's the wrong witch that I thought I was working on. I'm not working in the middle. I'm doing the witch on the left-hand side. So I got her done, except for her hat, because there's 2 different colors, and I was just working on black last night. So I didn't feel like getting out those two colors. So, after looking at the pattern, I think I'm going to go down and do the bottom. And then I kind of wanted to get the moon done, but I really want to get the village underneath her done. So, and I'm right there. I can start working on that. Man, it is cold out here. It's so crazy. It's 40 degrees. I already know. And I've already said this a million times. I'm like, this 40 doesn't feel like the other day 40. It's because the sun hasn't been beating on my car. So that's why I'm still cold. That's right. Okay. And it's cold in here. And Johnny's in a mood today. He didn't start my car for me, so yeah. I'm extra cold. And I have a short sleeve instead of a long sleeve under my hoodie. So it's all making sense. Oh. I think tonight when I get home, I'm going to work on Not Invited to My Funeral. Work on that for a while. Well, the night. Unless when I get home and I just feel like I'm in a different mood. I don't remember if I think that's on a black fabric. But I think I don't think I have the frustration as I do with luminous. I'll pick it up. I'll do like 20 stitches, and if I'm struggling, I'm just going to pick up a new one. Because my head is throbbing, and I know I don't want to put myself through that torture. Can I even talk? No. Oh, my favorite people are here. Great. Okay, so I will see you guys in the next one. Hello. It is Wednesday. Okay. I'm putting it out there in the universe. Today is going to be a good day. Yesterday was crappy. So crappy. It started off good. It started off where I walked in and all my orders were done. Yay. And then I get them all loaded. And I was probably a mile away. And I get a phone call. Hey, Beck. A Detroit just came over. I was like, oh, okay. I said, what zip code is it? She's like, it's 214. I'm like, oh my God. That is the word. That's Belle Isle. That's the farthest I have to go south. She goes, oh, Anna Sterling Heights came over. I said, okay. What's that zip code? Oh, 313. I'm like, are you kidding me? That's the worst north zip code. So I was like, I said, can you just do the Detroit first? Because then I'll come and do the Detroit. Now we cut Detroit's off at 11. So she calls me at 11:20. She's like, hey, Jen wants to know, can she take a Detroit? I'm like, might as well, because I'm already going to the worst zip code. So I'm going to have to pass all the other zip codes of Detroit. So might as well. So when I get to my furthest Detroit, they're not home. But thankfully, the neighbor took it. And I don't do neighbors all the time. But I just felt like that neighbor would take it. And he did. And he was like, oh yeah. I said, the name's Grandma. And he just chuckled. He goes, everyone calls her Grandma. She drives a big white truck. Right when I see it, I'll make sure she gets the flowers. I'm like, oh, thank you. So, but then they just kept coming over. And I was like, okay, if I get home by 3, I'll be happy. Nope. I think it was a little after 4. I got my paperwork right here. Well, I can't look at my paperwork and turn. That's the one thing I can't do. I mean, I'm talented, but not that talented. Yes, I made my last delivery at 3:48. Which, the only good thing about that is it was only, I think, 3 streets away from my house. So, yeah. By the time I called in my trips, it was 4 o'clock. But I had good company with me yesterday, so that was fun. Oh, my neck is just like stiff. So when I got home, I cross-stitched for a little bit. I did about 200 stitches. Well, no, it was more like 188. And I was in this banner that said not. I'm pretty sure. Right? I don't remember now. It says you're not. Yeah, so it had to. No, it didn't say invited. Oh, I don't. No, it's invited. Right. Okay. So I'm like, no, because I remember I have 2 words done. So it'd be, you're not invited. So I'm working on the invited. And, oh God, I'm going too fast. So, well, that makes me happy. I do not like driving by cops at all. So, last time I worked on it, I gotta sneeze. Yeah, it's gonna be 3 more times. Or 2 times, I mean. I usually sneeze 3 times when I sneeze. I don't know why, it's just this weird ass thing that happens. Okay, so, the last time I worked on this, I did the banner that the invited was going in. I miscounted by 2 stitches. How frustrating is that? So I had to, because there was it's like a border and then like a ribbon. So I probably had to, I know exactly how many I had to unstitch. 78 stitches I had to pull out, which I was not quite happy about. So I started to pull those out, and last night, I don't know why, probably was stressed from the day, I started getting this bad headache, and I told the girls, I said, I just need to close my eyes for a little bit. So I turned everything off and made the living room pitch dark. And I think I had, anywho. Okay, so I keep saying the rant's over, but I keep going back to the rant. Oh, you have fallen. What is up with you guys? You're looking at the sky, basically. Yeah, so then my closing my eyes for an hour actually lasted for 2 hours. So I woke up and I'm like, okay, I gotta tackle ripping out the rest of this banner and putting in, you know, I wanted to get the banner done last night. So I'm very close to having the one color done. It's like the shadow of the words. And my head just started pounding again, and I'm like, I can't cross stitch with the pounding headache. I just can't do it. So I was like, I'm getting off of here. I'm just gonna go back. I'm gonna go into my bedroom, and I watched Below Deck and went to bed early. So I'm hoping today to finish the banner. I know I said I wasn't going to work on a project more than one day in a row. More than one day. That was my goal. But I really want to, just because this one is messed up, I want to stitch this part and see, because it's I want to say the fabric is Picture This Plus, but it's one of the really soft ones, and I'm what is it called, where you pull your stitches, a tight stitcher. I pull them too tight, and with this fabric you can see it, but then it's weird. But then it like relaxes again. I don't know how to explain it. But I noticed there's like bigger holes, like where my needle was. But then if I like rub on it, it's so strange. Then it's like the fabric goes back in place normally, where it's normally supposed to be. So I kind of want to just stitch this up and see if where I had those stitches, where there's a big holes now, if it will go back into place. So that's all I'm going to do is work on the, and I think what I'm working on, I think I got the letters, the shadow part of the letters done. I just have to work inside the ribbon and put the ribbon back on. And that's all I'm going to do. Then I'm going to force myself to put it down. And then I'm going to pick up another thing. Oh, and I was saying too, where am I? Okay. That I wasn't sure if I was going to stitch on it because it was black fabric. I didn't put it on black fabric. It recommends it to be on black fabric. But I found this piece that is, it almost kind of reminds me of Dawn by Picture. Maybe it is Dawn by Picture This Plus, right? Oh my god, my brain. I still have my headache too. I should have took some aspirins. Okay, where am I going? I'm going this way. I should have really took some aspirins.
14057 Stanley Drive on the left.
But I'm really thinking about getting out Christmas birds tonight and doing that one. But we will see. Okay, guys, I will see you in the next one. Hello, it is still Wednesday. But I was sitting here thinking, and you know I think better when I'm talking to you guys, even though you can't answer me to tell me, no, Beck, I think that stinks. Don't do that. So, I was sitting here, and I'm not liking how my Sundays, I'm not getting anything done when it's Flosstube day. I only get like 300 stitches. And Sunday is a day that I could really get a lot of stitches in. But I'm thinking about going back to doing my floss tubes on Monday. And I'm really thinking about doing floss tubes every Monday. So I'll be picking less projects out, but I'll have more focus, if that makes any sense. Because I feel like I'm pulling all of these projects and I'm seeing them, but I'm still not touching them. And I feel what I need to do is to pull.
Turn right at the traffic light.
I don't know what I want to do. If I want to pull 7 and I have to stitch on those,
turn right on Roslyn Road.
or do I pull 9 and I can have 2 that I don't touch?
Turn right at the stop sign.
I kind of really like the idea of pulling 9. All right, I gotta pull. I'm gonna pull 10 and have 2 choices that I don't stitch. Or if I want to stitch on all of them, then 2 days, like take Saturday and Sunday and work on one project for half the day and the other one for the other half of the day. I know it'll be less progress on each one, but my whole thinking of this is, if I'm putting stitches in, I'm putting stitches in. And if I pull the same project, and so my goal is to, I forgot to say this too. And do you see me? Because I'm turning right in front of you and I do not want to be T-boned. Thank you. She just didn't feel like she wanted to stop. So my whole saying is always progress is progress. At least you're putting stitches in. So, oh, I forgot. This is what I was saying too. My goal is going to be to put at least 200 stitches in a day. I would like to put 500, but I think I can force myself to sit down and put 200. Now, if there's a day where I just don't feel stitching, I'm not going to do it, because that's the fastest way to get rid of your stitchy bug. But I do like being able to
turn right at the stop sign. Then
put a
take
little
the
bit of
third
pressure
left.
on myself. So there's that. So tell me what you think. Is it a good idea? Is it a bad idea?
Turn left. Then
Do
take
you
the
want to
first
see a
right.
floss tube every week? It's either every week or I'm going to once a month. So, I don't know. But leave down in the comments and tell me what you think. And we'll go from there. Okay. Hello. It is Thursday. So I got a lot of stitching in last night. I finished the banner that said invited. I want to say it was 600 stitches I stitched on that last night. It's either 6 or 8. I can't remember. I know it was on an even, because one of the games last night I was doing restocking, and I was doing all the 200s. So, and then I put 200 into which I thought was hilarious. It wasn't 201, it wasn't 199, it was 200 stitches exactly to finish off the Fish and Gnomes hat. I had a little chuckle with that because it's never right on the dot, and it was right on the dot. And if it was under, then I was going to go down and do some of his beard. But yeah, it was right on the dot. I was like, ooh, shoosh. So, which I want to say it was 627 stitches last night on the, not invited to my funeral. Because that one was way over the 600, but I was like, I'm not starting another motif we're just gonna go with it's over. On other games, I can put the exact amount in, put it in banked stitches, so it's fine. But I did a lot of thinking about the not doing floss tubes on Sundays, and the more and more I think about it, I like it. And then it's gonna take me a little bit, but I'm gonna set up my planner. So I bought both versions of, did you have to buy both of them? No, I think you got both of them. Now I don't remember if you got them or if you paid for them. I think I only paid once and you got both. Either you could choose, that's right, you could choose a Saturday start or a Monday start. I mean, Saturday start, are you kidding me? Sunday start. And I chose Sunday start. And the more and more, because I always did, all my other planners were always a Monday start. Which I like, because then, we are doing 10 miles over the speed limit. That is not a good thing when there's a cop right there. Oh, Monday start. I really like a Monday start because I like to have, and the whole reason too for the, I don't know how much I went into it last night or yesterday when I was tossing the ideal around. And I don't even know if I came to this conclusion yet because I was thinking about it all last night too. Another reason, I think the main reason, which I probably already said it, is that when I do my floss tubes on Sundays, I lose basically half the day trying to get motivated to do the floss tube, then setting up the floss tube, doing the floss tube, breaking down the floss tube, and it's just, by the time I know it, it's like 4 or 5 o'clock. And Sundays are a really good stitching day for me, especially because there is nobody home. So I can put on an audiobook and just stitch my little heart away, or put on my reality TV shows and not have to worry about anyone's commentary in the background, John. So, or yeah, it's commentary, and it's, I don't know. And then he wants to talk to her, and I have to tell him, will you please pause it? I can't hear you over the TV. Because I gotta have it up real loud for him. And then he's like mumbling under his breath. I'm like, I can't hear you. So then I have to give him dirty looks, and it takes me away from my stitching. But these days now, I taught him how to use the frickin' pause button. And I said, pause it. And he'll get it up and he'll fumble with it. Oh, this is not a pick on Johnny day. Oh my goodness. Yeah, so the more and more I think about it, oh, that's right, I had to set up my planner. I had to download the other one and set up the planner. I wonder if you could just copy those pages over to it. Because I have tracking things already set up. So I don't know if I can just transfer those tracking pages. You know what I probably could do, but it would be a pain in the butt. I'm not going to do it. I was going to say I can import the file into the other file, but then that would be, I don't know. I really need to do a test run. So if the one is on the back of the other one, then it'd be fine. But if the other one, what is the problem? This lady is going 30 miles per hour. Nope, not doing it. Can't do it. People drive me up a wall. Ooh, the policemen are coming. The policemen are coming. Probably an accident. If for two of them to be going like that, it's something. Okay, yeah, so when I get out, I'll tell you the other thing that I was wanting to talk about that is kind of a little freaky and has me like paranoid now. Hello. Okay, so this morning I was looking at what I've wanted to stitch today, which is going to be the Christmas barn. So no, I don't like this right here. Okay, so I have to, every time I go to do a pattern, I have to put it back into Pattern Keeper because my old tablet, the battery expanded and the screen is popped off of it. So I went to go put import the pattern back in from my export files, and I put it in, and I'm like, now I know I change the colors sometimes of patterns, but I'm looking at this and it had like blue and turquoise for the barn. Now if I'm going to change the barn, it's going to be purple. It's not going to be blue and turquoise. So I'm looking and I'm like, this can't be right. So I bring up my files on the broken tablet to see, did I really change this? No, I didn't. So I don't know what happened, but, and I looked at the, no, I didn't look. Oh, I need to go look at the export file and see if, I want to know, when did it change the colors? When it exported from the tablet or when it imported from OneDrive? No, not OneDrive. Google Drive. Drive, I guess is what you just call it. I really need to look into that. But now I'm paranoid. I'm going to have to check every freaking pattern that I export to make sure that it is the right colors. Because, ooh, I'd be pissed if I had to frog that. I mean, thank God it was such an obvious thing. The red barn had panels, and if I remember, I'll try to remember to put a picture of what it was going to look like. I don't remember, though, if there's no symbols, I don't think. I'll have to look at the picture and see if it's the pattern. Then of course I'm not gonna put a picture in here, but I'm pretty sure it's just the rendering. Yeah, it's got to be the rendering, so there won't be any symbols or anything like that. But yeah, I was like, oh my goodness, what the heck?
Take exit 222A on the right to
Oh, am I already? Dang, that was fast. See, talking and I'm at my exit almost. Yeah, so today I'm gonna do Christmas barn. Oh, okay, yeah. So I know I'm all over the place. I'm sorry. So I was thinking last night, here's another good reason for doing it every week. I don't know how many I'm going to pull yet. I really think I'm going to pull 10. But when I pull those, and my next Flosstube will be this Monday. It's going to start this Monday, which I kind of wish I knew what the date was. I don't know what the date is, but whatever it is, if it's still February or if it's still March, I don't remember when the last day of the month. Oh, Monday! I know what Monday. Oh gosh, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do it Monday. Well, yes, I'll be able to do it because I know her. Monday is my daughter's birthday, so it's the 26th.
In 2.5 miles.
Anyways,
Turn left on
what
East
I'm
Jefferson
going
Avenue.
to do, I cannot stay focused today. When I pull the slips, I'm going to have a container that for that month, I pull the slips, it goes in the container, and it won't go back into the cookie jar. I don't know what that thing is. I think it's a cookie jar. It won't go back into the cookie jar until the month is over. That way, I am not pulling the same things over and over again. I get a better chance of pulling different projects, and that will guarantee, depending on how, because sometimes you can have 5 Mondays in a month, or you can have 4 Mondays in a month. I will each month be choosing 40 to 50 different projects. So it's a greater chance of not the same projects being chosen, if that makes sense. So I'm like, oh my God, that's great. The only thing is, I really need to figure out. So I have one of those carts. I don't know. It's a crafting cart. I think they first were IKEA carts, and then I got all mine off of Amazon. But I'm really thinking about trying to fit all my patterns. Like, I'm going to have to rig it somehow to put like something on the sides so my patterns will stay in there, because I'm pretty sure, can I get 2 cubes on that, or is it just 1 cube? It's just 1 cube. I don't think it's gonna fit. Okay, so let me let you into my head where I'm thinking. The only thing about doing every week is the tear up and the tear down is such a pain in the butt. So if I could have all my patterns on one cart, but I don't know if I can fit all the. I might though. If you take out the bulk of the what you call it? What is it called? The cubes. I could probably, and I'll be able to squish them better. I don't know. I'm gonna have to play around with it. First, I have to find out if Johnny could build me like taller sides for the top rack. Or maybe just put them all in one big bin. I don't know. I just don't want them to be falling and sliding underneath each other. And with a bin, it being plastic, I'm scared that they'll be slipping underneath each other. With the fabric, it kind of isn't slippery, but with plastic, it is slippery. So, I don't know. Plastic on plastic is what I'm thinking, Okay, well, I guess I rambled enough. I am very excited, though, to start doing it every Monday. I just have to figure out how to make it easier to do the setup and tear down. yeah. Okay. So I will see you guys in the next one. Hello. It is Friday, the last clip of the week. Yay. So I did cross stitch last night. This person is like making me mad. Go already. Oh, now I'm froggy. I worked on, what did I work on? Christmas barn. I got 406 stitches in it. I am going to work on it tonight because I didn't get to work on it as much as I wanted to yesterday. I came home and I did like 150 stitches. Then I had to, my headache was really bad again. So, ow, my back just spazzed. I closed my eyes for, I think maybe an hour-ish. I didn't even fall asleep. I was just listening to a book in the dark. And then Becca made dinner, and me and John watched the challenge last night. Tonight we're watching the traders. I don't know why I keep wanting to say tutors for them, for the traders. Last night we were just getting ready to go to bed. I'm like, oh shoot, the traders were on tonight. I said, okay, tomorrow we are watching the traders, the US, and then we'll go to the UK. Yeah, UK. I said, I don't know why I started watching the challenge today. We should have been watching that. I was in the mood for like competition. And it was like the challenge survivor. So I picked the challenge, which at one point I told John, I said, if all the vets get voted off, then I'll stop watching this show, because this show is not, oh, let's have Big Brother and Survivor create their own show or take over a show or whatever. Oh, great. I don't know if you can tell, but there's a bad accident up here. I just saw someone on a gurney. So, is it this lane that's going to be through? Oh, okay. Well, something is in the trees. Ooh, that does not look good. Just gonna slow roll. Okay. I didn't want to go too fast because I couldn't see that Michigan left there. And I didn't want someone barreling out. And of course, you should slow down to emergency vehicles. Oh, I hope the person's okay. So yeah, I was very pissed off at the beginning, because it's like, it's basically the Survivor assholes think they're gonna run this game, and it's like, you know what, you got your own freaking TV show. Too bad that you don't get invited back every year like the challengers, but it had me freaking crying at one point, because I think they did like a little what is it called, homage. I think he started in 2009. I don't remember now. But this is going to be his last challenge he's ever going to participate in, because his wife is pregnant and he can't see himself leaving his wife to do the challenge, you know. So I thought I'm talking about Wes, if anyone knows what I'm talking about, the show. So, oh God, I'm itchy. It looked like he was out. He was going to be, because at the end of the episode, two people face each other, and whoever wins, they stay and that person leaves. It's not like voted out, but you get voted in to I think they're calling this one the arena. Each time it's called something else. So you have to fight for your life to stay. We thought for sure Wes was gone. And when it came out that it was so you had to knock your opponent off this wheel in the fastest time. So no one gets to see a clock. And so when TJ was like, and there was only 37 seconds in between, we still thought Wes lost. And he said, Wes, you won. Wes went to the ground. I started bawling. I'm like, oh my God, I can't. I was dying. But anyways, I know this is probably boring for people who don't watch the show, but it was really on my heart today, or last night. So, yeah, so I got 406 stitches in. And because I was watching the challenge, I wasn't stitching like I would normally do, because you gotta constantly watch it because so much stuff is going on. You want to catch all the little things. So I'm gonna stitch on it tonight some more because I really want to get some progress on it. I want it to look like a barn. I told John, I said, it's not looking like a barn at all. So maybe I'll put a picture in. If I remember, I'll put a picture in and show you guys, because by the time I do the floss tube, it's not going to look like it is right now. So I will see you guys in the next one. I will be having a floss tube Monday. We're starting. He knows to let me go first. Oh, I'm going to kick his butt. Okay. I will see you guys in the next one.